Good morning, class. The next topic we are to discuss is power. Okay, so power is the rate of doing work. It is denoted by the symbol P, capital P we use for this, and rate because we are talking about rate. So, whenever we talk about rate, that means we have to divide that thing, rate of whatever it is, we have to divide it with time. So, it is rate of doing work, that means work upon time. So, the formula of power is work upon time. Okay. The SI unit can be derived from this only. See, you should learn to derive the units, so slowly it will be easier for you in higher classes. See, what is the formula of power? W upon T. And what is the unit of work? That is joule. And unit of time, SI unit, second. That means the unit of power is joule per second. Fine. So the SI unit of power is joule per second. It is also called watt. Okay, so watt, when you write it in full, you have to write with small letters, and in abbreviation it is denoted by capital W, right? There are several other units also, like microwatt, milliwatt, kilowatt, megawatt, and many other also. The prefixes will tell what kind of how big or how small a unit is. Okay, so microwatt and milliwatt are the smaller units, and kilowatt and megawatt are the larger units. Fine. So in your book the values are given, like 1 microwatt is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 watt. Then 1 milliwatt is equal to 10 to the power 3 watt. These you have to remember. 10 to the power minus 3 watt. 1 kilowatt is equal to 10 to the power 3 watt, and so on. Megawatt, this is 10 to the power 6 watt. These prefixes, whenever they are used for with any unit, micro is always corresponding to 10 to the power 6, milli corresponding to 10 to the power minus 3, kilo 10 to the power 3, and mega is always 10 to the power 6. Fine. So, in order to understand power, as I said, it is the rate of doing work. Many a times when we in daily life, when you talk about powers, we confuse it with energy. Okay, suppose you may think that if something is having a lot of energy, it will have a lot of power, but no, power depends on both work done and time. Work done can be related with energy, but power, it is related with it depends both on work done and time. So you can say it depends both on energy and time. So if an object is having, or a machine is having more energy, you can say if it is doing more work, then only that won't be able to tell you the energy or the power of it. Okay, that you may say that this much of work has been done, so energy in it is this, the amount is equal to the amount of work done. But power will also depend on the time. That means for example, in our houses we use motors, no, to raise water up to the tank. To fill the tank, one motor may take 1 hour, and another motor may take say half an hour. So both are doing the same amount of work, right? The one which is doing the same work in less time, that will be having more power. Okay, I've also told you in some previous topic that if the denominator is less, this whole thing becomes greater, right? So if the time is less, time taken is less, suppose work done is same in both the cases, as I said in case of this filling the tank, work done is same for both of them because they are filling the same amount of water, right? So work done is same, but time taken is less in one of them and as compared to the other one. So when time is less, power will be more. Time is greater, power will be less, right? So suppose in case of bulbs, you might have seen, or many other electrical appliances, you might have seen it is written like this: 220 volts and 100 watt. V stands for volts. Okay, so this thing is known as the rating of that appliance. Okay, when you go to buy some appliance, suppose what you may say, suppose you go to buy a mixer grinder. Okay, there also the rating is written over there. Or even in case of iron or any electrical appliances, electric bulbs also, tube lights, and AC, everywhere you will find these kind of things written over there, volt and watt. Okay, this says that if 220 volts of electricity is given to it. Okay, so mostly in our houses we have this voltage is maintained. Okay, so this much, at this much voltage, what is happening? 100 watt of work is done, or you can say uh, this appliance will be doing 100 joule per second. Its power is 100 joule per second at this volt. That means it will consume 100 joule of energy in 1 second. Okay, that means the power it is consuming, or you can say the energy, the electrical energy that it will consume, that will be 100 joule in 1 second. Okay, so the electricity bill that we pay, that is corresponding to these things only. 100 joule is for per 1 second. There must be so many things you are using, electrical appliances at home, so everything must be having some power for how much you have used for how long. So with the help of that we can understand for the whole month how much we can calculate for the whole month the amount of energy you have used, and according to that the electricity bill is given. Okay, the joule is a smaller quantity, right? Joule is a small quantity of measurement of energy. So for higher for domestic purposes or for commercial purposes, we are using a lot of energy. Okay, so we use another unit, that is kilowatt hour. Okay, kWh, K and H are small and W will be capital. So kilowatt hour, this is a bigger unit. And what does it mean? That if you are using an electrical appliance whose power is 1 kilowatt, that means for 1 second it is consuming 1 kilowatt of energy, 1 kilojoule of energy. Okay, power is 1 kilowatt, that means it is using 1 kilojoule of energy per second, right? And you have used that electrical appliance for 1 hour. Okay, then the energy, total energy consumed by it will be 1 kilowatt hour. Okay, you are using an electrical appliance with power 1 kilowatt for 1 hour, then the energy consumed by it is 1 kilowatt hour. Fine, you can convert 1 kilowatt hour into joule. Let us see how I can do it. See, 1 kilowatt hour is also called unit. So if you see at home the electricity bill that comes there, they say na how much unit is the the bill it is. Okay, or when he comes to read na the person, then he tells you that इतना यूनिट आपका कंजम्पशन है ना. So 1 kilowatt hour is also known as 1 unit. Okay, let us see how we can convert 1 kilowatt hour into joule. 1 kilowatt hour. See, these things are very easy if you understand them. If you will simply try to cram these things, it will be difficult. Okay, now let us break the things, break the units first. This thing is, see, 1 kilowatt. Kilo, I said it is corresponding to 10 to the power 3. That means 10 to the power 3 watt multiplied by 1 hour. Okay, you can multiply anything with 1, no? So because H is written, I have broken it, it is 1 hour. Okay, now this becomes 10 to the power 3, or you can say 1000 watt into, we need the units in SI unit, right? So R should be converted into seconds. 60 multiplied by 60 second, or directly you can write 3600. Okay, then this becomes, see, this is 36, 2 zeros from this and 3 from here, this much watt second. Now see this you can write it as 3.6 multiplied by 10 to the power 6, and watt can be broken into joule upon second multiplied by second. So second can be cancelled. This becomes 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. Okay, so 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 joule, and that is what we call as 1 unit. Okay, this is the same thing as 1 unit, right? So if it is still difficult for you, you can learn it, but this is how we get the value. All right, that's all for this lecture. Bye children.